And welcome back, everybody, to Natitude News, the podcast. Folks, the trade deadline season is upon us. We have a big thing to talk about. We already know that Connolly Early and Curtis Mead happened. That was probably like the big kickoff to the trade deadline. But now the Nats have traded away a fan favorite and certainly one of my favorite players that the Nats have had in a long time, Luis Garcia Jr. Man, what a tough loss that is for the team. I was kind of emotional yesterday because if you think about it, so he debuted in 2020, the COVID season, and he was the longest tenured Nat on this team currently, and it's just crazy to think about that. I was in when he debuted. It was August of 2020, so I would have been going into my eighth grade year, and now I'm going to be a sophomore in college here in about a month. So I was just kind of getting emotional because, man, he was so fun. He was kind of because the years that he was on the team, it hasn't been great. Let's just be honest. It hasn't been a success. We've been in a rebuild for a long time. Every game he played, he always had a smile on his face, man. He would brighten my day a little bit, and then when he would chase pitches down in the zone, when the ball would reach about 15 feet in front of the plate, that would really sour my mood. But he was always smiling, and especially this year, man, he had a fantastic year for the Nats this year. Fantastic. This was his breakout year. He leads the league in slugging. I mean, he is against right-handed pitchers. He's going to be huge for the Yankees coming down the stretch, obviously. And let's just say I wasn't, you weren't expected to get like Connolly Early for Curtis Mead was definitely a huge surprise. But man, you would hope to get a little bit more from Luis Garcia. I wasn't thrilled with the return, but I mean, what are you going to get? I don't know. So let's just kind of break down what the Nats get. So, first guy, Giovanni Cruz. He was a prospect for the Yankees. I'm just reading Jessica Camerado. Sorry. She's like the writer for the Nats. I'm just kind of reading. I'll read you the bio. This is all on Jessica Camerado's. She's a great beat reporter. Check her out. I'm just reading her thing. Cruz comes to Washington with a 1.69 ERA in 4 games at the major league level this season. He also was 7-3 with a 3.53 ERA and 31 relief appearances in AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Yeah. So I mean, it's a fine. I mean, the bright spot is we got four relievers, pretty much. And obviously, that's what the Nats need. So now the Nationals' number 14 prospect is Jack Seibert. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. He was in Double-A pitcher. Pretty much not great numbers. It is what it is. Ben Grable. He was drafted by the Yankees last year. He's in Double-A, 2-1 with a 2.79 ERA and 26 relief appearances. All right. And then Jake Bird. He was a veteran reliever. We know Jake Bird. Well, I know Jake Bird. He's 1-1 with a 5.93 ERA and 36 relief appearances. Not great, but at this point, so obvious that the Nats. At least the Nats, because all year I've been saying, man, it's so obvious what the problem is this year, and they're not doing anything for it. Like they're not picking up anybody, they're not doing anything. But it looks like they're finally waking up and listening and realizing what the hell they need to fix. Connolly Early was a good start. Giovanni Cruz was a good pickup, and then everybody else, they're just a bunch of, well, except for Jake Bird or whatever the Bird name. It's just a throwaway reliever, man. You get 2 Double-A guys and an unsuccessful MLB relief pitcher. Giovanni Cruz is cool. I'm excited for it. He'll probably be coming up to the team I expect pretty soon. I mean, Eddie Jean for the Nats is pretty good so far. And other than that, we have no real relievers. So anybody works at this point, man. Clayton Beater as well. But obviously, that the Nats. I'm not even going to talk about the Braves series just because of how devastating it was. But currently, it is August 3rd at pretty much 1 o'clock. So there's about 5 hours left until the deadline ends. And it's going to be interesting to see. Will Abrams be wearing a Nationals uniform tonight? Will he be? If he isn't wearing a Nationals uniform tonight, you might not see me for the rest of this year. That would really, let's just say, piss me off if they traded Abrams. That would be just a total, give up, retreat. We're there. I've said this on the pod about 1,000 times. The two words, we're there. We're right there. And I think, they're trying to acquire some pitchers, but, the only people that you're going to get solid pitchers for, I mean, other than Curtis Mead, apparently, is James Wood and C.J. Abrams, and you really can't trade them. You cannot trade Curtis Mead and James Wood and C.J. Abrams. You just can't. Those are your two pillars that you're going to build around as a franchise, and you got to figure out how to do that and how to get pitchers without giving up much. And the only way to do that, unfortunately for the learners who don't like to do this at all, they're cheap little shits, is don't spend money. Or you want to spend money. That's the only way that you're going to get them without giving up people. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens in the offseason in regards to the actual season being played. We don't know if that's even going to be a thing with the strike, not the strike, but with the it'll be a strike. It'll be a player strike probably. About the salary cap and stuff like that. We don't know if there's even going to be a season. This could be a huge lockout. This could be huge to the whole season. This could be. We might not have baseball next year, which is unfortunate. Now, I'll have my own thoughts on that. I'll probably give my thoughts on that when the time comes. So probably right after the World Series. But, what was I just going to say? So when Paul Taboni and the learners who have a chance to really improve the reputation around Nationals Park in the D.C. area, go spend some money on some guys before the lockout. Good news about the probably not going to have a season. Everybody's going to be rested up. There's no way anybody can get injured. So we're going to come in with every team's going to come in with a full slate in 2028. I just hope that they figure something out, man, and that we get some baseball next year because that would suck. But yeah, we will see what jersey Abrams is going to be wearing by the end of today. Hopefully it's red and blue, and it says Nationals on the front. James Wood obviously isn't going anywhere. But yeah, that Braves series pretty much confirmed that this team is not going to be competing this year. Well, they were competing a lot this year, and you know what? I'll say this at the end of the year, kind of thing. It was fun, man. It was a fun year, kind of. It was kind of fun. There was a lot of shit that went down that wasn't fun. Particularly some of the games that we had in the bag, and we blew them. Like that Philadelphia series was probably the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, I mean, we competed up until when it mattered, man. So we will see. I just want to come on here and give a quick little update about Luis Garcia, what I think of the trade. I'm not sure I love it. We gave up another bat. We only have so many bats left. We traded away two of our most productive hitters. And we're stuck with Abrams, Wood, Lyle, Cruz. I mean, Brady House is playing first. What are we doing? Vivas at third. Nunez at second. Oh, man. That is not what the lineup was about a week ago, man. So we will see. The lineup is going to be pretty interesting to watch as the season progresses. We have a 4-game set against Philly. Who knows what that's gonna Excuse me. Who knows what that's going to entail? I mean, they just acquired Luis Ariz. I mean, every other team's making moves for the better. We're making moves for the worst. I get we need pitching, but I feel like there's a better way to do it. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just kind of been really refreshing the pages here recently. See any news about Abrams, and hopefully I don't see any, because I don't. That means something bad happened, and I don't want that to happen. I mean, Joe Adell's going to Cleveland. I mean, obviously Tariq Skubal. That was a. I mean, what are we gonna do about that? That's the Dodgers, man, right? I don't really know what to think of all that. Again, I'll probably talk about the lockout when we get to it. At this off season, and see where we are with that. See the expectations for how long it's going to be. I mean, there's going to be one, unfortunately. I mean, everybody has to be prepared for it, but it depends on how long it's going to be. But that's my quick little video. I'll be back soon. Talk about Philly series, probably any other moves that happened between now and about 6. So that's about 5 hours. So we will see. Thank you everybody for watching, and go Nats.